Hi besties, welcome back. Today I will teach you how to make an all-weather fondant recipe. This particular recipe does not disappoint. This particular recipe is very perfect. So make sure you watch this video to the end because I will tell you the secrets on how to make fondants. And let's get right into the video. So first of all, get your ingredients together. So these are the ingredients we'll be using. First of all, we have our icing sugar. I'll be using 500 grams of icing sugar. This is our CMC. And also we have our gelatin. So please make sure you check the expiration date of all these products. And we have our glucose. So now let's begin to mix our fondant icing. So when making your fondant icing, the first thing you need to get ready is to sift your icing sugar. It is very important. So get a sift and pour in all your icing sugar. This is 500 grams of icing sugar. Pour it into your sift. Then add in your CMC. You need to get your icing sugar and your CMC ready first. Do you understand? And now keep it aside. That is very important so that you won't forget to add the CMC. So make sure you sift everything. So can you see some of the sugar molecules or sugar lumps? So just use a spatula to break out everything and to turn into a powdered form. So once you finish sifting, just keep it aside. So now it's time for us to make our liquid mixture. So get a stainless plate or get an iron plate and add in your water or your H2O. H2O is water, right? So add in your water and then spread your gelatin on top of the water. Some persons normally add their gelatin before pouring water into the... No, this is the right method, please. Add your water and then spread gelatin on top of the water. Don't turn the gelatin. Allow the gelatin to soak inside the water. Can you see? So once you allow the gelatin to soak inside the water, bring a very hot boiling water and place your iron plate on top of the hot boiling water so that the gelatin will melt. Although you can also do this on your gas top. So after like 1 minute, you can now use your spoon to now mix up your gelatin mixture. So from the video, you would see that our gelatin has melted. There are no molecules of gelatin seen. Now it's time for us to add in our glucose. So just add in your glucose and mix everything until everything melts and becomes in a liquid-like form. It must turn into a liquid. So let's see what will happen here. And besties, please, as you're watching, if you are enjoying this video or you're enjoying the information you're getting from this video, please do me a favor by liking this video, share this video with your friends, subscribe and follow for more amazing videos. Besties, if you are new to this channel, you are welcome. Please do me a favor by liking this video, share and also subscribe. So our liquid mixture is ready. So it's now time for us to pour in the liquid mixture into our icing sugar. So bring your icing sugar mixture and remove like let's say 10 tablespoons of icing sugar and keep it aside. I'll tell you what to use that to do later. So I like to mix my fondant icing on top of my table. So just pour your icing sugar mixture on top of your table and make a well at the center. If you are not comfortable with this particular method, please, you can make it inside your bowl, but I'm more comfortable with this particular method. So once I make a well at the middle of the icing sugar mixture, I just poured in my liquid mixture and it's time for us to turn. Guys, in all my videos, you guys know that I'm always very plain. Do you understand? Like, I'm always very plain in my videos. So please, I would like you to see the process of how I am mixing this particular icing sugar. Now, I would like you to watch carefully. If you watch carefully, you will notice that I'm trying to bring in the icing sugar together with my fingers. Do you understand? So for the first stage, there are 3 methods of making this fondant icing. That is why some of you, when you're making your fondant icing is always breaking because you don't know how to knead it. Now, this is the first stage. If your mixture is still a kind of very soft, just use your finger to bring in everything. So let's keep on using our finger to bring in everything. Let's see how it goes. So can you see? So once it's now becoming more strong or it's becoming a little bit strong, you have to start kneading it with your finger inward. Do you understand? Inward, because it is still fragile. It is still trying to come together. Can you see this? So thirdly, as your fondant mixture is getting more stronger, you can now use your hands to begin to knead it inwardly. Do you understand? And as you knead it inwardly, just keep on maximizing your icing sugar. Now, for this particular all-weather fondant recipe, don't say, okay, my fondant is a little bit strong, is this? No, this particular fondant recipe is a little bit tricky. Just make sure you maximize your icing sugar. Make sure, and remember guys, we removed at least 10 tablespoons of icing sugar from this particular icing sugar mixture. So I will still tell you what to use that for. So just keep on kneading, be patient with the process. Even though you feel that is already getting strong, just keep on kneading. I know that you might have seen some fondant recipe whereby after making that fondant, you will notice that it is very, very soft, it's very, very pliable. Those kind of fondant recipe or fondant cannot be used during the wet season, because if you use that kind of fondant to cover your cakes will begin to, like, the fondant icing will begin to melt. But if you notice this particular method, if you use it during the rainy season, your fondant will not melt. And if you use it during the dry season, your fondant will still be normal. So you can use this in very hot weather. You can use this particular recipe in very cold weather. So let's continue mixing until we finish, until we maximize our icing sugar on the table. So just watch carefully. I'm not hiding anything from this particular video. So if you watch carefully, you will see that I just keep on kneading. Just keep on kneading. Just be patient with it. That's very important. Do you have any questions about making fondant icing? Just drop your questions at the comment section. But I promise you, this particular fondant icing recipe, if you use it, you will never have any fondant problem again. If you want your fondants to dry out fast, this is the particular recipe to use. If you want your fondant to be pliable, this is the recipe to use. I'm not charging you for this. This is free. So can you see? Now remember, we removed at least 10 tablespoons of icing sugar from this particular recipe. That particular icing sugar we removed, we'll use it to knead our fondant. Remember, if you want to make your cakes, or you want to just roll your fondant, you will still need something to knead your fondant so it will not stick to the table. So use that remaining icing sugar that we removed. And also, once you exhaust that icing sugar that we removed, what you have to do is that you can use shortening, a little bit of shortening. If you don't have shortening, use cornstarch, but don't use any more icing sugar on this particular recipe. Do you understand? So can you see how pliable this is? Can you see how stretchy this particular recipe is? You can use it, and after making it, you can use it after 2 hours. So just store it inside a nylon bag and seal it properly and put it inside maybe a bucket or a container. Then this is the particular icing sugar mixture we removed from the beginning of the video when we sieved our icing sugar. So let's just count and see how many tablespoons we removed, so that it do not be as if I am just guessing, because I already know how many tablespoons to remove even without using my tablespoons. So this is me measuring it now. So let's see. This is, I've already put in 5. This is 6. Then the next one should be 7. So this is approximately 8 tablespoons. So 8 to 10 tablespoons is okay. So this particular remaining icing sugar is what you use to knead your fondant anytime you want to work with it. And once this particular icing sugar finishes, all you need to use is either cornstarch or shortening. Please don't use any more icing sugar. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. I love you all. Bye.